Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Big Man Chemistry, a complete solution of the chemistry. In the series of video lecture of NEET important topics, today we are going to discuss the sp3d hybridization and Bent rule. Everyone is familiar with the sp3d hybridization, how it is going to form. So when one s 3p orbital and one d orbital undergoes the hybridization, then we are getting 5 sp3d type of hybrid orbital. This is a very basic information about the hybridization. Everyone aware about this. So now what is the structure of this type of hybrid orbital is what trigonal bipyramidal. So in previous video we learned that how to get the idea about the hybridization. So that is your what? Steric number. So formula, the basic formula for the calculation of steric number is what? Number of sigma bond plus lone pair of electron. If this sum is equal to 5, then the hybridization of central atom will be sp3d. So the trigonal bipyramidal structure can be drawn in this way. So when there is a steric number 5, so for a steric number 5, how many possibilities are there? For a steric number 5, many possibilities are there. The first possibility is for 5 steric number, when 5 sigma bond and 0 lone pair of electron is there, then again steric number will be 5. The second possibility is that 4 sigma bond and 1 lone pair of electron, again steric number will be 5. Third possibility is that 3 sigma bond, 2 lone pair of electron, then again steric number will be 5. Fourth possibility is that 2 sigma bond plus 3 lone pair of electron, again steric number will be 5. Now question is that in all 4 possibilities, the structure and shape will be similar? No. What we know that if lone pair of electron will be 0, then a structure will be what? Trigonal bipyramidal, and shape will also what? Trigonal bipyramidal. But when there is a presence of lone pair of electron, that time structure and shape will be different. So structure will be same, trigonal bipyramidal in each cases, but shape will be changed because of the presence of lone pair of electron. When there is a 2 lone pair of electron, then shape of the molecule will be T-shape. If there is a 3 lone pair of electron, then shape of the molecule will be linear shape. But now question is that how to arrange these lone pair of electron in this trigonal bipyramidal structure to get the what? Exact shape of the molecule. Second thing, if molecules are having the steric number 5 and that molecule having 0 lone pair of electron and that molecule is having the what? Different electronegative atom. So how to arrange those atoms? Is there any rule how to decide the exact position of those different atoms of different electronegativity? If there is a molecule having the lone pair of electron, sigma bond, pi bond, then how to arrange those sigma bond, pi bond and different electronegative atoms? So for such type of concept, there is a one rule known as what? Bent rule. So before starting the Bent rule, we must know that some of the terms which is associated with this trigonal bipyramidal geometry of this molecule or structure of this molecule. First thing is that this is the A, suppose this is the B1, this is the B2. So these two positions are known as what? Axial position. This is also what? Axial position. So in trigonal bipyramidal, total number of axial positions 2, and this is the B3, this is the B4 and this is the B5. So point B3, B4, B5 is your what? Equatorial position. Now from the basic concept of hybridization, what we know that hybrid orbitals are having the what? Equivalent energy and all orbitals are same. But now here this concept is going to change. Now we are going to learn the Bent's rule. The first concept given by the Bent is that he was telling that all orbitals of sp3d are not equal first. Meaning is that according to Bent, this sp3d is made up of two set of orbital. Be careful here right now. This is what? sp2 plus pd orbitals, correct? And according to this Bent, this axial position in TBP, whatever the axial position we are having, it is made up of PD set of orbital, and equatorial position is made up of sp2 type of orbital. Now these two orbitals are different. That's why the axial and equatorial positions are different. In what respect? First in bond length and even the electronegativity also, right? So now try to understand how these two orbitals are different. So when you will check the s character in sp2 and s character in pd orbital, so formula for the calculation of s character is what? Cos theta is equal to s divided by s minus 1. So here theta will be equal to what? 120 degree. Why? Because these orbitals are present here. So this is what sp2, this is what sp2, this is what sp2. sp2 set of orbital here, here and here, and this axial orbital will be what? PD set of orbit. So now when you will check the S character in this PD set, so percentage of S character will be 0 here, and when you will put the what? Theta is equal to 120 degree and cos 120 degree is equal to what? S by S minus 1. So through this formula, the percentage of S character in sp2 will be what? 33.33%. So this concept is clear, that why these axial and equatorial positions are not equal. Now question is that how to locate, how to decide that which one position is the correct position for the lone pair of electron and correct position for the more electronegative atom or less electronegative atom and correct position for the multiple bonds. So we will do some small arguments, some small discussion, but not in depth, very small discussion we will do. So now check first, we are going to discuss the position of lone pair of electron. So as we know that lone pair of electron is more free than the what? Bond pair of electron. Why? Because this bond pair of electron is under the influence of two nucleus and this lone pair of electron is under the influence of one nucleus. We know generally if your molecule want to get the what? Maximum stability, so what you will do? Generally we will try to seize the movement of lone pair of electron or to minimize the movement of lone pair of electron or multiple bond, double bond or triple bond. If we are able to do this work and molecules are able to do this work, then molecule will get the what? Extra stability. What is the conclusion? If we are going to seize the movement of lone pair of electron and multiple bond, right, then molecule will get the what? Extra stability. Now question is that who will seize the movement or mobility of lone pair of electron? No one will seize. Only one person can seize the mobility of lone pair of electron, which is your what? Hybrid orbital. Now check which one is having more S character. sp2 is having more S character. So meaning is that if you will place the lone pair of electron or near to the such type of orbital, so automatically what will happen? Mobility of lone pair of electron will cease and molecule will get the what? Extra stability. So now it is fixed where you will put the lone pair of electron. So conclusion is that whenever you will have the lone pair of electron and multiple bond, so what is the position? Most preferable position is the what? Equatorial position, right? So equatorial position occupied by the what? Lone pair of electron or multiple bond and multiple bond. It is clear now? So now in trigonal bipyramidal structure, here who will come? Lone pair of electron will come, here lone pair of electron, here lone pair of electron. Now how you will decide the position of electronegative atom? Now suppose we are having the one molecule A, B, 2, C, 3, and in this molecule electronegativity of B is more than the what? Electronegativity of C. So in this molecule again the steric number will be what? 5. Lone pair of electron is 0, so structure and shape will be same. But problem is that how to decide the electronegative atom position? So see that what is the general tendency of the more electronegative atom? So more electronegative atom attract bond pair of electron to generate the what? Polarity. If polarity is there, then molecule will be stable. And behind this statement very big discussion is there, but I will not go in that discussion now. So for making the polar bond, what is required? Requirement is that you should put the electronegative atom, to that place where electronegative can pull the bond pair of electron and where it is possible. Check that. In PD set of orbital, there is no S character. Meaning is what? PD is what? Very least electronegative orbital. So meaning is what? If you will put the electronegative atom at axial position, so this electronegative atom can pull the bond pair of electron and maintain the polarity, right? So this was the two discussion regarding the position of lone pair of electron and position of electronegative atom. So now finally what is the final conclusion? Conclusion is that whenever you will have the what? Two different electronegative atom in a set of AB2s or AB5 type of molecule whose hybridization is what? sp3d, then axial position always occupied by more electronegative atom and equatorial position is always occupied by lone pair of electron or multiple bond and what? Less electronegative atom. This is the conclusion of Bent rule. In short, we can understand Bent rule in such a way. So this much information is more than sufficient to solve your NEET questions. So now we will solve some numerical, we will draw some structure based on this one, right? So again we will repeat the last video story, right? So formula for the steric number is what? For the steric number calculation, number of sigma bond plus lone pair of electron. In previous video, in first video, I told you that this formula will give you all the information about the geometry of the molecule and hybridization of the molecule. Now we are going to solve some examples. Now example number 1 for PCl5, right? In PCl5, sigma bond is 5, lone pair of electron is 0, steric number is 5, geometry of the molecule structure will be what? Trigonal, bipyramidal, even shape will also same, trigonal, bipyramidal. No problem in this molecule. So position of the all the chlorine atom will be here, 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 because here same type of atoms are there. This is what? Phosphorus. Now next example, example number 2, PCl3 F2. Now check, in this molecule also, if you will draw the raw Lewis dot structure, then you will find 2 fluorine atom is forming covalent bond with this phosphorus and 3 chlorine atom is forming covalent bond with this phosphorus. So lone pair of electron in this molecule again 0, sigma bond is what? 5, right? So again steric number will be what? 5. Hybridization will be sp3d, right? Structure will be what? Trigonal bipyramidal. But now we need to decide the position. Fluorine is more electronegative than the chlorine. According to Bent rule, what should be the position of this fluorine? The fluorine position will be axial. Be careful. It doesn't mean that you will put anywhere, then your structure will be remain trigonal bipyramidal. No, be careful with the position of these atoms also. And rest of the position occupied by the what? Chlorine atom. Now one more example. PCF3 whole 3 and CH3 whole 2. Right? Again here the 2 bonds form with the what? Methyl group and 3 bond form with the what? CF3 group. Now check, this CF3 group is what? More electronegative than the CH3. So what you will do? First you will occupy this axial position with the more electronegative atom or group, and this is CF3. After that, if axial is occupied, then we can go and check the what's equatorial. CF3 will be here, CH3 will be here, CH3 will be here. Then again structure of this molecule is what? Trigonal bipyramidal. Now next example, example number 4, SF4. Now draw the raw Lewis dot structure of this SF4. So sulfur is forming 4 covalent bond with this fluorine atom and valence electron of sulfur is 6, so meaning is what? 1 lone pair left. So now picture is clear. Sigma bond is 4, lone pair of electron is what? 1, so steric number will be 5. Structure of this molecule will be trigonal bipyramidal. But what about the shape? So for deciding the shape, first we will arrange the lone pair and bond pair of electron in this structure. So do it now. So according to Bent rule, where should be the lone pair position? On equatorial position. Keep it here. 1 lone pair is fixed. Rest of the position occupied by the fluorine atom, right? This is your what? TBP structure. But shape, for getting the idea of the shape, just hide this lone pair part. Then you will find that shape is what? Seesaw. Done. Next example. SF2Cl2. Now draw the Lewis dot structure of this compound. This is the what? SF2 and this is what? 2 chlorine bond with sulfur. Again 1 lone pair of electron. So again in this molecule total number of sigma bond is 4. Lone pair of electron is 1. So steric number will be 5. Structure will be trigonal bipyramidal, but shape will be what again? Seesaw shape. Now question is that this molecule is having what? Different electronegative atom and lone pair of electron. So what is this correct geometry of this molecule? First, axial position according to the Bent rule occupied by the more electronegative atom. Done. Now all three, this position are the what? Equatorial position. Then first equatorial position occupied by the lone pair of electron, and then rest of the equatorial position occupied by the less electronegative atom. Who is your less electronegative atom? Chlorine. So here chlorine will come. Now hide the lone pair part, again seesaw shape. Next example, example number 6. Now SF3Cl. Again raw Lewis dot structure, 3 bond with the fluorine, 1 bond with the chlorine and with 1 lone pair of electron. So again, steric number of this molecule is 5. How? 4 sigma bond, 1 sigma, 2 sigma, 3 sigma, 4 sigma, and 1 lone pair of electron. Structure will be trigonal bipyramidal. Shape will be what? Again seesaw, right? But what should be the arrangement? Check the arrangement of these atoms. So the equatorial position occupied by the lone pair of electron, done. Axial position will be occupied by the most electronegative atom among them. So fluorine is what? More electronegative than the chlorine. But this geometry is having two axial position. So third fluorine will come here and rest of the chlorine will come here. Done. Some more example we will discuss. Now for XeO2F2, then for ClF3, then XeOF2. Now for this molecule again, hybridization will be sp3d only. So again we will do the same practice. Xenon valence electron is 8. Out of this, 2 double bonds going to form with the what? 2 oxygen atom. Fluorine will form one single bond. Fluorine will form other single bond. So 2, 4, 6, one lone pair of electrons left. So sigma bond and this 4, lone pair is 1, steric number is 5, right? Now this molecule is having lone pair also, sigma bond also, pi bond also, different electronegative atom also, right? So what is the position of these things? Now check first. More electronegative atom on axial position, done. Lone pair of electron on equatorial position. Even multiple bond also. Even multiple bond also on equatorial position. So here you will put the oxygen, here the oxygen with the double bonded, right? Now what is the shape of this molecule? Again it is your what? Seesaw shape. Just hide this lone pair part, then you will get the seesaw. Now ClF3. So draw the Rayleigh dot structure. Chlorine, fluorine, fluorine, fluorine. 3 bond it is forming. And valence electron of chlorine is what? 7. Out of 7, 3 bond is formed. So 2 lone pairs are there. So out of 7, 3 bond it already formed. So how many lone pair left? 2 lone pair left. Now check the geometry of this molecule. Again lone pair of electron is what? 2. Sigma bond is 3. Steric number will be 5. Structure will be trigonal bipyramidal. But what is the shape? We need to decide it. This is the central atom chlorine. Fluorine is what? Most electronegative atom. So fluorine here, then here, then here. Any one of the equatorial position. Rest of the position occupied by the lone pair of electron. Now check what is the shape. Shape of this molecule will be T shape. Just hide the lone pair part, then you will get the T shape. Now check the XeOF2. So general Lewis dot structure will be like that. Only one condition for this concept is that you must be the master of Lewis dot structure. After that your problem will solve. Now check again. Lone pair is 2, sigma bond is 3, steric number is 5, hybridization is sp3d, structure is what? Trigonal bipyramidal, not shape. Now it is time of shape. How to decide the shape? Again, most electronegative atom or more electronegative atom on axial position, multiple bond on equatorial position, lone pair of electron on equatorial position. Now check what is the shape. Shape will be what? T shape. Some more example we will discuss. Now we are going to solve some 3 to 4 more example, then after that this topic will over. So first example is what? XeF2. Next one is what? ICl2 minus, and third one is what? I3 minus, right? So first draw the Lewis dot structure of this XeF2. This is the general Lewis dot structure. Now check again 3 lone pair of electron, 2 sigma bond, steric number is 5. Structure will be your what? Trigonal bipyramidal. So in xenon fluoride, 2 fluorine atoms is forming, 2 sigma bond and 3 lone pair of electron. So 3 lone pair of electron plus sigma bond, steric number is 5. Hybridization is what? sp3d. Structure will be what? Trigonal bipyramidal. But now shape. This fluorine atom will occupy the what? Axial position, more electronegative atom, right? Now check what is the shape of this. Shape is what? Linear. ICl2. In this ICl2, your I is what? Central atom. So now draw the Lewis dot structure of this first. So this is iodine. Out of this, 2 chlorine is forming covalent bond, single covalent bond with this iodine. So now on this iodine, how many electrons left? 2, 4, 5. And there is one negative charge, so one extra electron. So this is the Lewis dot structure of ICl2 minus. So now check again. This chlorine will be on axial position. Why? Because 3 lone pair will be on equatorial position. So again shape will be what? Linear shape. Correct? So if you want to draw this structure of this molecule, then this is the I, this is the I, this is the Cl, one orbital of iodine, another orbital of iodine, third orbital of iodine. So I hope that everyone is understanding this concept. Thank you very much.